All right, here's everything I read in January, what I've read in February so far, and what I'm about to read next. So, the first book I'm going to tell you about is Legends and Lattes. This book is about Viv, the orc, who's coming off the road. She doesn't want to be a mercenary anymore, and she's going to go open a coffee shop. It's by Trevus. There's a lot of the friends we met along the way. There's a lot of cozy kind of vibes of love, themes about love, themes about friendship, and lots of goblin technology, making coffees, solving problems, renovating, making a cozy environment, and treats. There's lovely treats, baked goods that are made by a tiny little rat named Thimblet that I just love that character. I really like Thimblet. So Viv, Legends and Lattes by Trevus Baldry. First great book that I read this one in February. This is maybe the third book that I've read. Third, second, I'm not sure. Okay, third. It's the third book I've read this year. The first, I'm going to get to the others after. Right now, I'm reading Unnatural Magic by C.M. Wagoner. This book is a little different than, I'm not sure if this is so much a cozy fiction, fantasy. It's almost like, it's kind of cozy. It might be cozy mystery. I'm not even sure. Or it's just fantasy. Apparently, this is C.M. Wagoner's first book, by the way, and I'm on page 341 of 388 pages. So I'm wondering what C.M. Wagoner's word count was for that book, because that interests me as a writer. I think it's above 100K, I would say. So in this book, there's society has kind of an upper class that's kind of trolls and headmen, and has and there's different races and different regions in the stories. She's done nice world building. Una is a character that we meet who's kind of a poor kind of girl from the country who's got a talent for magic, and magic in this world is like computer programming. So you have to write code, you have to take subroutines, maybe study things that other people have written to get good at writing code, and then you have to have magic to also implement the spell that you've written, the parameters, actually, in this book they call them, that you've written, and get it to work. So that's great because it really sets up limits on how fast magic can happen, the difficulties involved, and what kind of magic you're going to see. They also have this thing, I think it's called the wizard swoons, and I apologize if I've got that wrong, but the wizard swoons is something you can get if you use magic too much, and it can really weaken you and make you ill and maybe even kill you. So that's another limit on magic in this world. So we have Una. It's told from 3 points of view, this book. The other 2 points of view are Tessira and Jack, who are characters that we meet at the beginning of the novel, and we follow them through, at changing perspectives every chapter kind of thing. And Tessira is a troll. Trolls have a matriarchal society, so it's not quite clear if she's male or female to people who meet her. We know that she's female. And she's kind of a little bit on the outs with her family. She's trying to make her own way in life, and she's rough, tough, resourceful, great character. And then she meets this soldier, Jack, and it turns out, and Jack is a nice character too, of course. It's a well-written book. It turns out that Jack is pan, and Tessera kind of reads as maybe non-binary. You can read it that way. So they have a romance, and they're definitely hot for each other. There is sex in this book. There is talk about periods, poop. There's some swearing, and I noticed that my library, I've been getting all these books at the library, by the way. I noticed that my library has listed it as teen fiction, which surprised me a little bit, because I'm not sure. I was surprised that a YA fantasy would have that kind of stuff in it. Like, it's not super spicy, but there's fairly graphic descriptions of, them doing the horizontal polka. Anyway, I won't tell you what happens in the books. This is the thing I have to resist. So the next book I'm going to tell you about, I don't have it anymore, but it's because the next book I'm going to read is by T. Kingfisher. I'm going to tell you about the first book I read this year, which has gone back to the library. It's called Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher, and it's kind of a fractured fairy tale where there's a little toadling creature who can transform into a person. And we learned their backstory, and we also learned the backstory of why they've spent hundreds of years hiding this castle behind a thorn hedge. and what's inside sleeping. And of course, it's the twist on Sleeping Beauty, and there's definitely a twist. So I won't give it away, but I love that book. It was lovely, and I love the lyrical style it was written in, and I love the smallness of the world, because it's really just toddling and the man that she meets. I'm sorry, I've forgotten his name now, and the what's in the tower, and then the rest is just, you know, told in flashbacks and stuff, the other characters. So I love that book. So I was really excited to discover T. Kingfisher's actually written a lot more stuff since then. And the next one I'm going to read is called A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. I'm hoping this will be a comp for my own book. We will see. Not sure if any of these are comps or not, but it's nice to, you know, really dig into the genre and learn more about it. Because I guess to me, previously cozy fiction was maybe like Harry Potter, you know, having butterbeers. Anyway, cozy fiction's a whole new, it's a much bigger world than I thought. So what should I read next? Come and tell me in the comments. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.